Welcome back, everybody, to episode 46 of Buddy Pass Podcast. The David Krejci episode is now underway. Rest in peace to David Krejci.
He didn't die, just left the roads.
Which is basically the same thing in my mind.
Yep.
I am accompanied by co-host Brett Tibbetts and Aiden Crowley.
All right, give me my lollipop back.
Timing.
Give it back.
No, I swear it was back.
Yeah, I know. I heard him take it. Give it back.
You got to say what's up to the fans first.
What's up, boys? Now give it back.
What if they're
I need a little bit more. You're the
Well, they're all my boys.
That's so fire.
I know.
It's kind of like in Spanish where, like, if it's a group of boys and girls, you still use, like, the dude letter.
Use the masculine version.
Yeah,
Oh,
masculine version. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you earned it. Good job.
You put it in your pocket when it was, like, exposed?
Oh, it was?
Yeah, it is. You
Are you?
stupid idiot.
Oh my god.
Shout out Raph's eyes for not being able to see anything. And his hands for not being able to feel anything either.
That's happening, right?
No, I'm going to eat that one. Doesn't kill you, makes you stronger.
That's facts.
So you're going to say all that
doesn't
after
kill
a
birds
little
with two
pissy
stones,
fit?
might kill them with one.
What did you say?
What? Yeah.
Doesn't kill birds with two stones, might kill them with one.
I mean,
I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
you just took the long way. You didn't use Waze with that one.
the green brick road.
Shout out Waze.
Waze. Anyway, though, fellas, like, how you been? Give me something. I need a story. I need feelings. I need emotion right now.
Emotions high. Good emotions today.
High stepping onto
Just
the pod.
because, yeah, last day, literally just got back from my last class semester. Nothing more exciting than that. Being on the
No,
classes.
We're now officially about to be halfway through senior year.
Yeah.
See, last day of classes for me, I get very nostalgic. Because it's like, I'm, what? Why are you laughing at
I
me?
hate
Did
you.
it just get darker in here?
What? No, the screen focused.
Oh, whoa.
See?
All right,
Should I
whatever.
turn the brightness up?
Should we try to wipe the camera again?
Let's see.
Not with your finger. Oh,
Rav,
oh, see? Look at how.
Better?
fix it, Aids. You got it. You're the camera fixer.
The fix that. Put it back.
That's going on the Instagram. Oh, we're so neat.
Oh my God. Tough start to a pod.
What do you mean? This is how we start every pod.
Yeah, this is no different.
It feels like we're struggling a little bit more though.
Well,
I don't know.
So as I was saying, I get
Yeah.
nostalgic last day of classes. Because it's like you do the same thing every day. You walk the same walk to class every day, and then all of a sudden,
God, it sucks every
Yeah,
day.
and you gotta sit there,
So I'm
take
glad
notes,
it's over.
do homework,
just get emotional. I'm sorry.
I like your sweatshirt though.
hard on the sleeve. Yeah,
Yeah,
dude,
shut
sweaty.
up.
Shitty sweatshirt.
Damn.
What about you, Brett?
Really, just trying to answer.
Well, I mean, like you have like a little fur mink on right now.
Oh yeah, I just got
Yeah.
my big coat on.
Yeah, it's dope as fuck.
Yeah.
I got a big concert tomorrow, boys.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, dude, my favorite band ever, Hot Mulligan. I'm going to them with a couple of my boys from back home.
It's at
very
Brighton
excited.
Music Hall, right?
Yeah,
Nice school.
we're gonna get Brighton. So yeah, I'm mad excited for that. Not excited for finals though, but I won't talk about school because people don't like that apparently.
I don't give a fuck what people like. We can talk about what we want to talk about. This is our podcast.
It is our
Why
podcast.
let's talk about our feelings?
If you don't like what we talk about, don't listen.
I would love that.
Are you good?
It's made fun of your sweatshirt.
Eat your cream of rice.
It's really hot.
Dude, I'm trying to think of like someone to talk about.
I
for
made
the
that
weekend.
rice earlier.
Oh, what was wicked fun was Saturday at school, which was kind of like the last weekend. It was kind of like a big like ugly sweater movement around campus. There was Christmas music. I don't know why, but that really
US dub. Wait, no.
that really tickled my peach. How like
What?
you're drinking with Christmas music. That I really liked that. That was cool. Because it was like Mariah Carey was hitting them high notes. What's that thing like Felix Potvin Navidad? What's that one?
Feliz Navidad.
Felix Potvin.
You-
Feliz
You
Navidad.
forced that one a little bit.
Really?
I think
Yeah.
he actually didn't know what the
No.
video was.
No, he did. Look at him.
No, I
Look
had
at
no
him.
idea.
Look at that smirk.
No, I had no idea.
Yeah.
But that was wicked fun. Ugly Sweater was on a Bazillion. It was a little Star Wars one that I got from Tarjay for like 20 bucks. But besides that, I don't know. I hate
Hit what?
his shit. Want to just get like right into hockey? I just have like I got no steam right now.
No, I got a story.
Just do it then.
Well, you were talking. What am I gonna do? Interrupt you?
When I first asked you, when I was like, "Hey, what the fuck is up?" and you were like,
"Yeah, I was talking about classes because you guys were talking about classes."
Okay, what's your story, buddy?
All right. So last night I was upstairs. I was on FaceTime with my lovely lady, and then I took a shower. And by that time, it had started to hit me. So I started to feel really good. So I get out of the shower, and I have a text from my boss at about 10 p.m., 9:45, 10 p.m. And I'm like, that's not so good. Or no, it was like 10:30 at this point.
Yeah. It was late.
So I looked at that, and she basically said, hey, like, sorry for the late text. Is there any way that, we could talk on the phone right now? And my gummy had started to hit before I got in the shower, but then I got in the shower and I got out and I was like, you know what? I feel fine right now. Like I could have this conversation. So I called her. She was like, hi. She's asking how my night was. And I was like, good. And so I'm sitting on my bed and she hits me with, I just quit Assumption. I just resigned from Assumption. This is my boss at Assumption who's been here for 10 years maybe. She goes, I just resigned from Assumption. Completely gone. It was crazy. And then I came down here.
Good for her though.
Oh yeah, she got a great job.
School, dude.
She got a great job. Yeah, this school's.
Where's she?
That's the thing about.
So she's going to have. She got a job with a marketing firm for I think all age groups of education, where she's going to be working with pre-K through 12, and then also some higher ed. Universities. So schools out in California, literally all over the U.S.
Damn.
She's gonna be, she's the head marketing strategist, I think is her title.
Damn.
So this woman, she's an absolute rock star. She's a superstar, Jess. But I talked to her completely funned out last night.
That's the thing about this school, crazy, dude. Is like when I say fuck the school, like I think most of the people I've met here are actually like great people.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would say like 95% of the people here are actually just like pretty unreal people. And then like especially us meeting new people this year too. Like every time you meet someone, it seems to be like mad chill. Honestly, I really have like fucked with the teachers too. Like in a retrospect type of thing. Like through 4 years, I really haven't had actually like terrible teachers.
Yeah. Obviously campus, one or two every year. There's always the outliers.
But the campus, it's literally just like the people that run the school that fucking ruin it, which is why I get like her quitting.
If you love like a very inclusive environment, if you love very respectful, like higher ups, administration, a president that's really active within the community.
Good role model.
Yeah. Don't come to Assumption because they don't have any of that here.
Yeah.
But if you love a great student community, tight-knit athletics, tight-knit fans at those sporting events.
Beautiful campus, dude.
Beautiful
One
campus.
One of the most beautiful campuses I've seen.
If you love a student community and meeting new people and never meeting a bad person here, then this is a place for you.
Yeah.
So, pros and cons.
And if you love Jesus just a little bit more than the other guy,
also the spot for you.
I love just posting up in the chapel with my chapel boys.
I don't think you've ever been in there other than when you had to be freshman year.
I don't even know if I could spell chapel at this point. It's been so long. No, I'm not. So I'm also not much of a religion. I'm like a religion. Not like I got confirmed. I'll leave it at that.
I'm more of a spiritual person at this point. I'm not like religious.
Like ghosts and shit.
Yeah, like I think there's some higher thing.
Oh yeah.
But I don't think it's like God per se. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like a weird in between.
My thing with that is like, all right, if this dude's gonna say I'm chill or not by saying you're in heaven or you're in hell, why would he make a scumbag that's automatically gonna be in hell? You know what I'm saying?
Because Eve took a fucking apple off a tree. That's why.
Eve's a little slut.
Yeah, she sucks.
Eve's a little. You know what? That snake, that dude that like tempted him. I would do the same thing. I'd instigate that bitch all day long. I'd say, eat that apple, you pussy.
You are basically
eat the fucking apple.
You're basically the devil.
You fucking won't eat that apple.
She'd be like, oh, watch me eat the apple.
Prove me wrong. Stupid name, by the way. Christmas Eve. What? Bitch.
Really?
And then Adam was just trying to crush some ass. So
Adam got over and was like, what the? You're a fucking idiot. Like, what are you doing?
Like, he was just like, man, we don't even got clothes on right now. Like, the shit's about to get wicked up in here. But
he's like, you did eat that apple, but I'm still gonna kiss you.
So like you gotta fuck the rest of like eternity for like humankind. You gotta give me head now. Like
yeah,
so that was our theology 101 class we had our freshman year. That was pretty chill.
That's basically so. If you like theology classes too, come to Assumption because that's exactly what we were taught.
Yeah, I'm actually a TA.
Yeah,
a trap assistant.
I knew you were going to say something that isn't what TA stood for.
All right, I mean, so we got shit a little lighthearted now. Do you guys want to go right into the teams from last week before we get into some Paul pegs?
Fuck, I'd rather
there's no Tibbs trivia this week or anything?
Oh, yeah.
Triv.
No, I mean, we don't have to do it. It's fine, but I just want to quit that segment.
All right, cool. Shitty segment. We're going to go right into the teams now. Okay, dude, Triv, what's up, man?
I've been sitting here on my phone for the last 5 minutes because I forgot. But I found one. Also, one quick fun fact, maybe another one I'll share after that I found while looking for one. The Austria Olympic roster, projected Olympic roster. One of the guys in their third line is named Oscar Meyer.
That's
funny.
Yo.
He's not like in the. It's like
what's that
it's
song?
Maier.
Isn't that the guy that got twerked on after his college football game? Oscar Meyer.
Oh, you.
No idea what you're talking about.
Urban Meyer.
Oh. No, NFL games. He's the coach of the Jags.
Oh, I thought it was college. Damn it.
Well, he wasn't a college coach, but he's coach of the Jags now. Did he get fired? No. He's still the coach. Yeah.
No, he got hired though.
No, he might have been fired. He might have
I
quit.
don't think so.
I don't know.
He's still the coach now. Anyway, the real trivia. This was kind of a shitty one this week because I found it last minute. But Ticket Source ranked every NHL arena based on fan experience, which included various factors: stadium capacity, city safety, cost of things in the arena, cost of tickets, everything, distance, city center, bunch of factors. Rated it on fan experience, each team, except for the Kraken. They're not on here.
Yeah.
But the other 31 teams. What team do you think is first?
Rangers.
The best fan experience? No.
Wow.
Best
Rangers
fan
are 16th.
Wow, very surprised about that.
Because that's probably really expensive there.
Yeah.
This is like the best overall, like everything considered.
Nashville?
Nope. Nashville is 20th.
Dallas.
No, that wasn't what I said.
That's what's kind of surprising me. Dallas is
Nowhere to be seen, apparently.
33rd.
Oh, 14.
Oh, okay. All right.
Damn. A Kings game? No, that's too.
No, you can get the very first and the very last, the worst and the best. What do you think they are?
So I'm sorry. Can you reread the criteria?
Do you want me to read all of them? I mean, it's okay. Stadium capacity, city safety rating, average ticket price per game, average cost of alcoholic drink, average cost of soft drinks, least expensive hot dog, least expensive team hat, and distance to city center. I think that's only some of them still.
I think
it's like everything considered.
I think we got to go Canadian.
I was gonna. Yeah.
I was either down south or Canadian.
No, I won't go about him.
The two that jump out at me are Montreal or Winnipeg.
That was gonna be Winnipeg.
I'll say that 6 Canadian teams are in the top 10.
Is it?
So yeah, we're on.
Is it Montreal?
No, they're 5th.
Is it Winnipeg?
Nope, they are 9th.
Calgary?
Yep. Calgary Flames are 1. It goes top 3 are all Canadian. Calgary, Ottawa, Vancouver. Then it's Columbus. Then Montreal. Then Buffalo. Then Edmonton. Then Lightning. Then Jets. Then Maple Leafs. So actually, I take that back. All 7 Canadian teams are in the top 10.
Holy shit!
Wow.
Yeah.
The reason I was thinking to go to Canada too was because of like the prices.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be too far. Obviously, like they're a little bit more engaged there. The tickets wouldn't be too expensive like they would be like after the whole Rangers guess I had. And also too, just like I feel like the fan bases there are just crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the shit I've heard on like chickens.
The very last one, the one that's a dead last, kind of surprised me at first, but then when I thought about it, I was like, nah. Because I know I'm sort of giving here, but like when I thought about like location and like the prices are probably really high here. Location's definitely shitty.
Bruins?
No. Bruins are 24 though. Price probably had a bad
It's
effect
expensive.
on it. Yeah.
Boston's so fucking
Location's
expensive.
prime, but
Worst.
San Jose. think
That's a
they
good
were.
guess though, because that's really expensive too.
Just a
Yeah, they
shit
were
place.
22nd.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's a shit place too.
Yeah. It's Eastern Conference, this last one.
Yeah.
Devils.
Yeah,
Yeah.
New Jersey.
All right, that I can
It's
see
like-
that because New Jersey just sucks
Surprisingly,
too.
Yeah.
I'm
The armpit of
gonna
America.
assume the 30th place one is very heavily because of price, but Vegas is 30th.
Yeah, that makes sense. And also, it'd probably just be a bitch to get to the ring too.
Oh God, how
Like
expensive?
if you're not in Vegas and you're not on Molly, it sucks. Like you have to actually be impaired to enjoy that place. And if you are, it's the best time of your life. But.
Yeah.
You guys might have heard of this before, but apparently in the 1974 NHL draft, the Buffalo Sabres drafted Taro Sugimoto in the 11th round, which is not a real person. They drafted a completely made-up person.
Oh
Have
my!
you guys heard of that story?
I did hear that story.
It's apparently like still one of the craziest draft stories in NHL history.
The person that wasn't real, right? You said?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they drafted a literal fake person that did not exist.
It was something because they were like mad at like the way like the draft worked and like it was to like push back at the league basically.
Because they also created a fake team for him that didn't exist. It's wild.
That's so
I don't know.
cool.
That just like that came up when I was looking at like fun facts and trivia.
Super
and
Minnesota Wild.
Yeah.
All right, boys, you want to get into the teams?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I'm going first.
I thought winner goes first.
Fuck,
No,
that's
we
right.
start randomly usually.
I thought that's what you said last week.
I don't
We
know.
do. Winner goes first.
Well, me and Brett both. I'm pretty sure got W's. Do you want to start? Or do you want
I'll
me to
start, yeah. Mine just kind of quick.
Yeah, get on that board.
So I've been 0-3, which still getting points every week, just not all 2 of them. Until this week, finally got 2.
Let's go, baby.
My team went 2-1.
Yup.
So put me in the win column.
Yeah.
You have to remind everyone who your team was.
Yeah, it was Detroit.
Woo!
They beat the Kraken barely in a shootout,
Yup.
but a W is a W. And then
Yep.
they beat the Islanders, who have been shitty until they beat Ottawa the other night. But and then they just lost to Nashville, I believe, last night.
Yep.
So yeah, I was thinking they would. That actually, I said that. I said they'll beat the Kraken and Isles, and then if they lose one, it'll probably be to Nashville.
You
But I was hoping for a 3-0. But yeah, their one loss was to Nashville, 2-1.
You beat us.
Let's go.
Oh, yeah,
Me
man.
in the win
One
column,
in
baby.
the one column.
All right, so it's backwards.
You change those points
Um,
too. Yep.
All right. So then, just continuing on this trend, I had Dallas Stars. They were busting before I picked them. I wanted them to keep it up so they can move into a playoff spot. I had them making playoffs in my preseason predictions, so I'm always rooting for this team. This is another W for the week. Changed from 2-0-1 to now 3-0-1. They beat Columbus and Arizona in a very short week of games, but you got to win those games, and I think they are now 9-1. I'm pretty sure in their last 10. So the boys treated me right, and we're ready to do it again.
Yeah, so I'm gonna double check mine. I'm 99% sure my team lost the first 2 games.
They did.
Oh, fun fact, they've lost fucking all of them. So I had New Jersey. They went 0-2-1, which coincidentally is what I was before this week. But now I'm 0-3-1. So I'm sitting pretty with no wins and 1 point.
Hey, point's a point.
And I got it last week.
Henty and Plocky left.
Uh-huh. Always head to your blocky.
That's it. We're changing subjects.
We're actually just going to cut this episode now.
Yeah.
On to the next teams.
Yeah. Well, boys, I think we should get into some topics. I think we should start with.
Oh,
honestly,
what?
Some firings.
before we talk about anything like the Zegras thing or obviously what happened in Vancouver, can we just start off with the Jack Hughes news? Or was that we already talked about that?
The what?
Jack Hughes, his extension. His 8x8.
Didn't we talk about that?
I think that was last week. We already.
Did we talk about it again?
I mean, sure.
Why?
I don't know.
No,
I
yeah,
thought
I'm
that
like
was-
9% sure.
I thought that
remember
came
putting it
out
in the
after.
description.
No, remember because I picked the Devils.
Oh yeah.
Because of like Jack Hughes.
Oh, yeah.
That's one.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm taking a win off your board.
That's a lot more than you.
Dude, don't rub it in. Okay, it still
It'll
really
come after you, little
it
shit.
still really hurts. No, I wanted to briefly talk about the Nashville Predators situation right now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I'm gonna pull the post up really quick.
Yeah.
I don't think the Predators did anything wrong.
I don't know.
Hold on, I got it.
Like, because you also got to think with this whole thing, and you'll read the tweet that before you hear it, you have to understand that this is like what is it called? Like a social media team member that has access to the account.
Yep.
That runs the account. There's nothing like, it's all like, that's just, if you see how NHL teams and any sports team talk, it's very like cookie cutter. They have like a format to how they say things and what they say. Like,
because they run the social media account of a multi-million/billion-dollar company.
Yeah.
Essentially. So I don't know what specific tweet it was on, but the Predators tweeted something. My theory is that they tweeted out, they had a tweet last night that had the score of their win over the Detroit Red Wings. And so there was someone who's a verified account, Nolan Bianchi.
Probably some reporter for Detroit.
Probably. Tweets back and says, it's got to suck for your city's name to rhyme with Trashville.
Good chirp.
At Preds NHL.
Good chirp.
Yeah, basic.
Yeah.
That's a surface level chirp, but that's good.
Old banter.
Nashville replies with, I just know someone that lives in Detroit didn't say something.
Yes.
Right? Because Detroit just lost.
And they're playing. That is a team that they're playing.
Yes.
It's not like they weren't playing and they just came after Detroit too.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're responding to someone calling their city trash too.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like they just randomly said that.
To which there is another response to that tweet that says, when did ripping on people living in poverty become quirky and fun? Shut the fuck up. Shut up. What the fuck? Can you take a joke? There's another tweet that also says, never seen a verified sports account come so close to saying the N-word. Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
How?
What are you talking? Okay. All right. I got very heated about this earlier, and I'm getting very heated about it.
Let it fly. Let it fly.
What even is that? I don't even know. I don't like,
because it's like, dude, with all like what pisses me off too about that is like how much of a reach it is, especially when there is a problem of racism in this sport. But when it comes to something like this, and now you're like starting to reach for that, that's starting to undermine actual like problems with racism in this sport, and also all the other things that happen, all the other fucked up things that happen in this sport, like we just saw with Kyle Beach in the Chicago situation. That story that came out about that U18 kid up in Canada that got called a racial slur.
Ukrainian Hockey League.
And the Ukrainian Hockey League earlier. And then that's a shit we got to be worrying about and being able to fix. This shit, like now you're just reaching, now you just want something to bitch about. Like, I'm sorry. Like that's just a reach, and now you're just trying to play some social justice hero card off of your Twitter account. Go fuck yourself.
So our other roommate, our Caps insider Bob, read this issue to me. He read the tweets, and I was like, I don't even understand. Like, this doesn't make any sense at all. How do you go from I just know someone that lives in Detroit didn't say something to that's basically saying the N-word?
No, it's
how?
a reach.
How?
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't
Soft.
understand why people get so offended for everybody else nowadays.
Yeah.
Right? I don't get it.
It's like they want to be offended too. It's like this weird, like, with this person typing that, are they sitting there thinking that they're going to show this tweet up, and then they're going to be put on social media for stopping this racist tweet when there was nothing of bad intent there. There was nothing of pure bad intent there.
And if there was, he'd be fired.
Yes. And if it was so, I'm sorry, but Soccer Mom 1216 wouldn't be the first on the scene. It would be a guy like Darren Drager. It would be a guy like Frank Saravelli. Like those guys would actually be like calling out this team.
And who are legit and know what they're talking about.
Yeah. Not a mom that just made Kraft mac and cheese for her 2 sons.
Yeah.
No, it's not you, honey. Sorry.
And look,
Hopefully the same for the dad too, because I don't want to be brought into, being misogynist or something.
oh well, careful because you might be.
Yeah.
Nolan
Ridiculous.
Bianchi might get you.
Yeah, literally.
No, look, I'm all for like racial equality. I'm all for Black Lives Matter. I'm on that side. Trust me, I am. But this is completely ridiculous, right? This is ridiculous. How do you get from point A to point B in this regard?
Yeah.
There's another tweet from Lovina or Iovina. I don't know if it's an L or an I. I don't know. And I'm too heated to figure it out. Tweets like the one below are what happens when your organization hires only white women and calls it diversity. There's a white woman that tweeted that. What are you doing?
You have no idea who fucking works there. You have legitimately zero idea who works in that office.
I
No idea.
understand.
But you're automatically going from, oh, whatever I'm saying now is right. The points I'm making are valid ones, and I'm gonna stand by that. Double down again and look like a double down idiot.
If I talk anymore, I'm going to kill someone. So I'm
No, it's just bullshit. And I honestly think that most people would be on this side of like rational thinking. And there's nothing, I don't know. This is just fucking stupid, dude. It's just stupid. It's just bullshit. It just takes away from actual fucked up things that people say, like racist remarks, like the bullshit that happens in this sport and around the world.
Yeah.
Just takes away from it, dude. It's just like, no.
That's a really good point too.
You know what I mean? That's what pisses me off, dude, because there's actual like movements, causes, and things that are trying to be done to actually stop real issues and racism and like systematic shit. And this shit is just like, dude, come on.
Millions of people sitting on their couch thinking they're the social justice warriors by calling out things that they don't even understand.
Fucking dude.
So there's our once every 5-week somewhat political rant.
Yeah, back to poops and farts now.
Yeah, I can't deal with stupid people. Brett, you've been quiet. You got anything to say about that?
Yeah, I've covered it all. I already let out my rage earlier, so I'm not as fired up about it anymore.
Well, I mean, segueing, to poops and farts, I legitimately shit myself when I saw that Trevor Zegras BU assist.
And after your dominoes the other night.
Oh, dude. Oh, my God. Dude, I'm not kidding. Like, I was extremely worried that, like, one of my vital organs was coming out with that shit.
He didn't get out of bed for, like, 8 hours that day.
Because I literally could, I probably took, like, 5 shits in, like, almost an hour.
He slept 9 hours and then didn't get out of bed for 8. He didn't go to any of his classes.
Well, I did, like, the online.
Physically couldn't.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Dude, it was actually, I actually thought I got, like, food poisoning. That was, like, the worst. I've never felt like that in my entire life.
Dominoes, dude. Scary.
No, I'm never getting it again. We shall get it later. But segueing to poops and farts, I did shit myself with that Trevor Zegras to Sonny Milano goal.
Zegras goal.
Yeah.
Zeggy.
Milanos.
Sounds like you should be like Greek.
Fire. You guys are sick.
They were so true.
This is the Greek episode.
The Steezy boys.
No, it is honestly. I know I've we've talked about it so far a couple times, and the thing that I keep bringing up is not the goal itself, but the fact that Zegras still, here we are almost 24 hours later, he hasn't shut his mouth or stopped like looking like he's
shocked.
Like he's still in shock.
Actually, should.
Yeah,
100%. But like he still hasn't smiled yet. He hasn't come to terms with it. He's still just sitting there like.
Well, Milano's done enough for the both of them.
Oh my God,
he hasn't stopped smiling.
Practically crying.
He actually looked like he was
joy.
like tears of joy crying.
Yes.
I mean, dude, that's got to be like one of the, which is like best or like coolest assists ever.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just like the creativity level of it, like, is nuts. Easily the assist of the year.
Oh, 100%. And then, like, it's crazy to see how this shit is just making its way into the league. I remember just, from growing up, you would have never seen something like that happen. Now here we are. People are trying it. I mean, Shevchnikov has 2 Michigan goals under his belt. Now you got Trevor Zegras, who this isn't his first time trying a Michigan type like move, whether that be scoring. but I mean, he just pulled it off. And also that patience by Sonny Milano to like, you could tell like Milano knew he was going to do that. Like once he got up, you saw Milano park his ass out front still and get ready for it. Like that was what I thought was crazy too. That connection that they've seemed to have all year long, just get taken to another fucking level. But yeah, man, the skill level in this league is, we've never seen it before, man. It's fucked. It's fucked.
The patience on Zegras too, and he had that not even just Milano, but Zegras in the play. He was behind the net, was standing there with the puck, and nobody on the stage was going to him. So he just kind of stood there for a minute, and then was like, "All right, I'm doing this."
Yeah.
Like,
he's like, "You guys let me do this? You guys, are we doing this?"
He was literally standing there for a couple of seconds,
Yeah.
and nobody was coming to him.
You saw it too, when he was behind the net. The defenseman on Milano had Milano's stick tied up, but then once Zegras started to like get it onto his blade and then push down, get it up, he left Milano. He left his stick away from Milano, and then that's what freed it up. So I mean, what a fucking play, boys! What a play by this kid who's now second in rookie scoring.
Yeah,
probably.
I think second in rookie scoring.
He was tied in second with like 3 others, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Jumped ahead though. He had 3 multi-assist games in a row, I think.
Yeah.
I swear I saw that.
Not a big deal.
Yeah.
Is that good?
That's pretty good.
Yeah. At 20 years old.
Yeah. So 2 things with that. At first when I saw the play, I thought he was going to try the Michigan.
Yeah.
Because the way that he went down, he looked like he was going to do it. But speaking of the Michigan, we did have a collegiate Michigan. The other night, Jamie Cranilla of St. Cloud State against North Dakota.
Oh yeah, I saw
fadeaway.
When where he was like kind of far from the net.
Yeah. Kobe Bryant fadeaway Michigan.
Yeah.
Yep.
I need to trademark that.
Yeah, you do right now. Call the trademark company. So I wanted to throw that in there because I mean we haven't seen it since 2019 in an actual well actually no there was
Kreider almost did it to the Bruins.
yeah, but he did it. But he did it.
I know. No,
I saw that and I thought it went in. Dude, I've never
Chris
wanted
Kreider, Michigan to the Bruins, I'd never watch a Bruins game again.
Oh no,
love Chris Kreider. Nothing against Chris Kreider, but he's just not a guy that I feel like should be able to do the Michigan successfully.
I don't think he can spell Michigan.
Super good player, love him, but not a Michigan guy.
Yeah. Hey, goal guy this year though.
Yeah, no, 100%. Half of them are Tippins, but goals are goals.
Half of them are Brett Tippins.
Owen Tippins.
My liney for life. The other thing I was going to say was I almost in my high school career almost scored a goal like that my senior year.
Really?
Yeah. It was in a game against our rival team, Pinkerton Academy.
Fuck Pinkerton.
At home.
Shout out Zach Sanford though.
Yeah, he did go there. He brought when Washington won the cup. Did he win it?
What was it?
Yeah, which one? He was with St. Louis.
He was with St. Louis. He brought it to New Hampshire.
So Crosby from London, New Hampshire?
He's from London, United Kingdom.
I always get those ones mixed up. But keep going.
But yeah, so it was at home against our rival team. It was my senior year. I'm a third line grinder. Me and my 2 lineys just buzz around the ice.
Yeah.
But there was one point where I had it behind the net, or I like kind of took it out from the goalie's pads, brought it around the net and flipped it up over the net. And I was trying to like get it off the goalie's like back of his head or his back. It hit the back of him. It fell into the crease. Yeah. I kid you not, if I was 1 second earlier, it's a tap in. Still loose. Yeah. Ref blows a whistle, couldn't see the puck. It's literally
like chopping out the shit like this fucking.
It's literally me 2 strides ahead and it's in the back of the net because I'm coming around the net.
Yeah.
And it's literally me all alone. Everyone else is on this side. Yeah. If he doesn't blow the whistle, it's a goal. 100 times.
Did you fight that up?
Oh, I was screaming.
Damn. Well,
yeah.
I'm gonna rip some men's league.
I'm not bitter about it anymore. That was totally fine. It's totally fine.
You sure?
Yeah, dude, it's fine.
It seems like an open wound.
If I ever see that ref again, I'm
gonna go. An 0-3-1 open wound. Sorry.
Yeah, whatever.
We also got some news out of Vancouver. Jim Benning and Travis Green have been replaced. I think it's also more overdue for Benning than it was for Green, but I understand Green was kind of losing the locker room with the news coming out about how leadership has kind of switched over from JT Miller holding a bigger veteran role with the younger guys than it has been with Bo Horvat. So yeah, what do your boys think about the firing? They picked up Bruce Boudreau as the new coach. What do you guys think about this?
Bruce Boudreau's the best.
He also won his first game with them
4-0
shootout. Yeah,
my favorite story is the one of Bruce Boudreau in the hotel when he was with the Wild. The fire alarm goes off when he was on the 15th floor at like 2 a.m, and he just didn't leave the hotel. He was like, his quote was like, I didn't see fire and I didn't smell any smoke, and I was on the 15th. He was like, I wasn't going down 15 flights of stairs for nothing. He was like, I'm just gonna risk it.
That's
he stayed in his room at 2 a.m.
That is you. You were
yeah.
Yeah.
You're
I don't see the fire, smell the smoke. I'm safe.
The Bruce Boudreau.
Fact.
Yeah, but what do you guys think too? Just like on how this team's gonna benefit from these transactions?
I think it's a good thing. Honestly, I do wish that Travis Green had been able to stay, but I think it's also important to note, Jennings did not build the greatest team for his coaches.
Yeah.
He really didn't. But there was very, skilled guys there.
Mm-hmm.
You look at Pedersen, for example. He won the Calder in his, freshman year in the league, and he has not been the same player since. So, and that goes for a lot of the young guys that they have. Even Besser has not been playing well. Horvat is
a 40-goal guy. Brock Besser is a 40-goal guy.
Yes. Yeah, all of these guys could be 40-goal guys too. Like, they're all sick. These are all bona fide goal scorers. I think it's something to be said, though, if they play that well, they're in their first year for Pedersen, for example, and they haven't been the same since. You might need a different voice in that room. So yeah. I wish that Green had been able to find some success with them, because I know he worked his way into that position. But I think bringing Boudreau in is just going to be electric. I think that's. I think he's one of those coaches that's a little rough around the edges. He's a little hardcore because he's an old-fashioned guy.
Yeah.
But I also think that he has the potential to really, or not even the potential. He has the track record.
Yeah.
He coached the Manchester Monarchs for a number of years. Mm-hmm. Notable players that went through his coaching staff was Brian Boyle, Derek Forbert, Dustin Brown, Alec Martinez, Matt Molson. The majority of that LA Cup team in 2012 and 2014, all were coached by Boudreau in Manchester in the AHL. And shout out the hometown boys from New Hampshire.
Wasn't he coaching the Capitals when some of their President Trophy?
Yes.
So yes. I mean, he hasn't had a cup or too much playoff success, but I mean, he knows how to get a team into the dance and a good seed.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
So I think with a fairly young team like Vancouver is, I think having a coach like Bruce is going to be kind of sick.
Yeah. I feel like Bruce too also, he's very hands-on and he's an old-fashioned dude, but I think he's also not one of those guys where it's my way or the highway. I think he does lean on his leadership group. You know what I mean? Yes. I think he wants them to report to him. It's also their locker room too, and I think he understands that. But I think when it comes to, because they haven't named a new general manager yet, right?
I think they only have an interim.
Yeah. So what happens? I think when regardless of who it is, there's a lot of ugly pieces on that team, like the OEL contract and some different things like that. It's not going to be right away that this is a big fix, asset wise. It's going to be a year or two before our GM can really put his fingerprints on the team and fix the mistakes that Benning made.
Yeah.
So just for Vancouver fans, keep that in mind.
Yeah.
I
still don't think they're going to be able to work their way into a playoff spot this year. I mean, you never know, but I still don't think they will this year. But if, assuming Boudreau sticks around and they hire a good general manager, I think you'll start seeing results maybe even by next year.
Yeah.
Results as in cracking the playoffs.
See how cracking the playoffs.
Yeah.
And I got the Nucks on the preseason prediction.
So you're hoping for this year.
Dude, my preseason, I was looking at it earlier.
So bad.
Oilers, it was Oilers, Vegas, Kraken, and Nucks
for
the Pacific. But
a lot has to change.
Yeah. Sniped the Central though. I sniped the Central so far.
Wait, what was your Pacific division?
Oilers, Vegas, Kraken, Nucks.
You only have the Oilers in the Pacific right now.
Yes, I know. Yes,
Same.
yes, I know. Yes, I understand that. I'm 4 for 4 in the Central, though.
Too bad. It's just because the Western Conference sucks balls. Hard to predict.
It was. I feel like the Pacific was by far. Who could have predicted that? The Calgary. Or I think Calgary's a little different. I don't really like Calgary, but like the Ducks are in a playoff spot right now. Like, are you shitting me?
Dude, I know.
So is San Jose.
Yeah, like come on, dude.
I was saying like obviously like I'm high on the Flames every year just because I like them, but and then this was the one year where I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take my past mistakes into account and not put them in the playoffs this year, especially because they lost Giordano.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's the year they fucking turn it on and finally prove me wrong. The one year I don't pick up, so that's just great. That's fucking wonderful.
TPW baby,
Yeah.
prove people wrong.
Yep.
All right. Well,
I'm happy for him. I love seeing him win, but of
Johnny,
course I didn't put them in my. Yeah, Johnny Gaudreau, like 5th in the league in points.
I heard
he's 4th in primary points.
Really? Wow.
Goals and just primary assists. He's 4th.
Yeah, no freebies around him.
It's McDavid, Draisaitl, Ovi, him.
Wow.
Yep.
I also heard just a little bit of ramblings too, where with the Flames being really a little disappointed in Monahan after he had a really good sophomore year. DeBrusk for Monahan. I don't know how much I'd like, but
At this point, there's.
Excuse me.
I'll say to that, there's what's the word? Like I guess just like a lot I'd take for, or not a lot. I think I'm saying that backwards. Like I'm not too hard on what we'd get for DeBrusk, what the Bruins would get for DeBrusk, but I also feel like if they got someone like Monahan, the Bruins, I feel like are an organization that can take a guy who's been struggling from another team and maybe turn it. Like, I don't know, you kind of saw it with Hall. I mean, not that he was necessarily struggling. He was just in Buffalo. Everyone was struggling. You kind of saw it with Hall, even like, not that Craig Smith was struggling beforehand, but like he really blossomed here in Boston. So, I don't know. I feel like that wouldn't necessarily be the worst. I wouldn't be too mad about it. I'd be optimistic if that happened.
Yeah.
And for DeBrusk.
The one that I've heard and that I would consider, but I think either in the Monahan trade or the one that I'm going to bring up, you're going to have to give up more anyway.
Yeah.
Right when the trade talks started, when he asked for the trade, I remember I was trying to think of like when it was. I know they talked about it on Chicklets, but it's not where I got it from. They were considering like JT Miller of Vancouver.
There's no way we could get.
We'd have to give up so much.
You'd have to give up.
You give up
a lot.
DeBrusk, Stunica, and a first minimum.
Yeah,
Minimum.
But I know, like in free agency or the trade deadline, 2 years ago before Miller went to Vancouver, I know Boston was a rumored team.
Yeah.
He's a Boston forward
Type player, yeah.
Yes. So
you can play center too.
Exactly. Yeah. Which the Bruins fucking
need, dude.
They need everything right now. But what were we talking about?
How old is JT Miller?
Now, probably like 27, maybe 28.
Already?
Yeah, I know. Is that crazy, dude?
I can.
Yeah, no.
I remember him.
Oh, he is 28.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, I would have thought like 26.
I remember him on.
Yeah.
Where was it? It was Tampa, and it was before Tampa. It was. What was it before Tampa?
No idea.
Rangers.
Yeah, I was gonna say, was it the New York team?
I remember Tampa.
Because Tampa and New York have like a weird little relationship where they
dating back to like Callahan.
So what happens is like Rangers trade all these players to them, and then they have an agreement where they'll win like 2 or 3 cups, and then after they're done winning cups, they're gonna trade the players to the Rangers. The Rangers will win like 2 or 3 cups, and it's just gonna keep going back and forth.
I think he might have, before being with the Lightning, I think the Rangers sent him to like Ottawa first, but don't the Rangers have Marian Gaborik on their LTIR right now, technically?
Yeah.
He's contracted on
I think so, yeah.
Didn't he officially retire?
Oh, yeah.
Didn't he just retire?
I know. I remember seeing in the offseason, like, his contract was sent to Tampa, though, I think, and I was like, of course. I forget if that was I think that was from Ottawa, though, because I swear the Rangers.
If it was 2010, that would have been a powerhouse.
Yeah.
Remember how fucking good Marian Gaborik used to be?
Dude,
That dude was fucking electric.
I loved him.
He was the first ever Wild draft pick, right?
Yeah.
First ever?
Was he?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think he was their
didn't
first
know
ever
that.
draft pick, 2000?
Yeah.
That's when they came to the league?
Wild in 2000.
So then, yeah, I think that was their first ever draft pick.
Yeah.
You guys remember how good Thomas Vanek was?
Yeah, he was a Bruin killer. Remember the Bruin Slayers?
Yep.
It was him and Pominville were the Bruin Slayers.
Dude,
My dad-
him and Pominville were my nightmares.
Yeah, literally.
My dad referred to Thomas Vanek as the Bruins killer so many times that I used to get I got PTSD. Like every time the Bruins would play the Sabres, I would be like, "Oh my god, he's gonna say it. He's gonna say it. Yeah, Vanek's the Bruins killer. Fuck."
He's like walking in your bed at night, like, you know, make sure you're asleep. He sees you on your phone.
Bruin killer.
He's like, "Better go to sleep, or the Bruin killer's gonna get you."
I would start crying and then cry myself to sleep.
It's the poopy pants.
Yeah.
Dude.
Dog. You did a bad a couple episodes.
Yeah, no, that's facts. That's facts.
Yeah, so watch it goof.
Yeah.
But yeah, I honestly, the fact that Thomas Vanek just got brought up just rattled me. I don't even know what to say.
That gave me PTSD too. That was
wow.
Dude, I need to sue New Jersey for what they did to you.
I don't know where I am or what I'm doing
I
anymore.
know. What's some other news around the league that we can converse about? I was raw when I found out conversate wasn't a word.
We can talk about Jujar Kyra.
You are Kyra.
Jujar.
You are.
Juju on that beat, Kaya.
Yeah. Who
Yeah.
basically died last night. I can say that though because he left the hospital this morning.
Good. I didn't
And
know
he is
that.
awake, alert, can move all his fingers and toes, and can speak coherently. But he got absolutely lit up.
Yeah.
Lit up. Perfect.
By Trouba.
Beautiful hockey head by such
Yeah.
a dense dude in Trouba. I'm trying to figure out if Trouba got kicked out for that.
Dude, I was just gonna ask, did he get, because he shouldn't have even been penalized.
If he was
clean.
penalized, I will riot because I think that's stupid. But no, I mean, I wanted to bring it up because, like, look, I'm all for heavy hockey hits. If that, unfortunately, is something that happens, then I think that's what happens, right?
Step up, ready to play.
You can only protect players to a certain point because then the onus falls on you. In this regard, if you're a young kid listening to this podcast, keep your head up or you will die. Not actually die, but like you'll go to the hospital like Juju on that beat did last night.
Trouba was not penalized for the hit, but I think a scrum occurred after
So
where he was
probably
penalized in the
Mash.
scrum for like
Mash
hitting
into
someone.
it.
Okay, all right,
But
that's
for,
fine.
for
I
the hit,
respect
he
that.
was not penalized. But the NHL Department of Player Safety is going to review it to see if they want to take further action.
But they won't.
Yeah,
But that's the thing.
But I
They-
think they're not necessarily required, but required to like review a play like that.
Sure,
Just
sure.
make sure.
My favorite
Yeah.
part about that hit too is that besides the fact that it's just a textbook hockey hit, it was where he read the play perfectly. He anticipated it and he got a step, but what he didn't do, he didn't charge.
Yeah.
He stopped moving.
He
stopped his
basically
feet.
glided.
He glided. He stopped his feet. Yeah, there's still momentum with that, but he didn't charge.
Nope.
And that's what I really thought made that hit textbook. Is that he kept his shoulder low. I mean, you can only get so fucking low when you're, what is he, like 6'5"? I think Jacob Trouba is.
So
6'6",
both
maybe?
of those
Yeah,
dudes are
yeah.
huge.
Trouba's a large fucking guy.
I know he's big, but I don't think he was 6'5".
Nah,
He's
dude,
probably
shit.
6'4", 6'5",
yeah,
220, 230.
yeah, easily. So I just think that Trouba
6'3".
did it.
That's what I was gonna say.
Oh,
I don't
wow.
think he was.
That's still big.
Yeah,
That's
no,
still
I
like
know
big
he's
dog.
big.
that's still
don't
like
get me wrong.
7 inches
I just,
taller
like-
than some of us.
But like I'm just saying, when you
That's
say
like 2 inches
6'5",
shorter
like
than
Brandon
me.
Carlo's 6'5", dude. Like when you hear 6'5", that's like.
Oh yeah, but
big.
it's still like a 2. I'm not really noticing 2-inch differences too. I
yeah,
feel
but,
like
but your girl is.
I definitely, when I see like Brandon Carlo, I'm like, holy fuck, that's a massive.
you
man.
go all 100 in one.
81 and 1.
What? But yeah, man, this is a fucking textbook hit.
Oh, it's
that's how you want to hit. If you're a young kid listening, that's the way you want to fucking hit.
yeah.
Textbook.
On both sides of it, it's a textbook hit. That's how you hit. You glide in. You lead with your shoulder. You don't fucking do anything stupid. Don't jump, glide, put all your weight in that shoulder and crush them.
Yeah.
On the flip side, it's a perfect example of what not to do when you're on the ice. Don't put your head in, your chest and look for the puck in your feet, because the second you pick your head up, there's a 6'5", 230-pound man barreling down on you.
Yeah.
So don't be dumb. Keep your head up.
And that's the shit too. Like, yeah, you can watch Patty Kane, Trevor Zegras, watch other sick hockey plays that are, those skill plays. But like, if you want to actually take your game to like a next level, make a college team, play pro, that's the shit too, is how to protect yourself, how to take a hit, and how to give a clean hit and read a play like that.
And I'll tell you that I can tell you this because I am one. There are people out there that will not shy away from murdering someone like that.
Oh yeah.
There's some of the skill guys will kind of go for the puck to kind of get a step on you and beat you in that regard. But there's other guys like me where I made a living off of just lighting people up because I was always 30, 40 pounds heavier than these guys. And they thought that they could just kind of fiddle around and they weren't expecting the hit.
Because some people set the tone and others get their tone set.
Yo, that's facts.
Oh, it felt pretty good.
So if you're playing hockey, just remember there's boneheads out there that are just looking to run people. That's not what this is. This is a good hockey hit. But just be aware.
Do you think anybody that is still playing like a youth or like a high school level hockey is listening to this? Or if there's like a dad right now listening to this,
Big Ben listens.
Shout out Big Ben.
Big Ben.
Shout out Big Ben all day, man. Imagine a dad sitting his kid down after some shitty 5 o'clock in the morning in Marlboro hockey game.
Oh, you just brought back
many
bad memories.
Yeah. He's like, the kid gets lit up, head down, lit up, ankles over his head, and the dad's like, "You listen to this episode of Buddy Pass Podcast, and it's gonna make you a better hockey player."
I even cut it for you.
I cut it for you. Listen to this segment to how to take a hit. And then literally 10 minutes later, we're going to be talking about legitimately common farts.
You saying a dad lecturing you on after a 5 a.m. practice just gave me a headache.
Yeah.
Thinking about how many times
my dad always, he had this one.
All with good intention.
It was always good intention.
Oh my God.
But it was always speed is what you need, because in my game, my major flaw, ironically, was the skating aspect of it. I was incredibly not quick and had the balance of a newborn. I looked like Brandon Carlo, but like the offensive defenseman type side of it, where just a giraffe that couldn't stand up. So I just remember getting laid into, like, you gotta be faster. Like, speed is what we need. He thought he was spitting a bar when he said that, Ryan.
Which he was.
He was. It was a bar and a half. But, dude, just times after like a Marlboro game, it's like, you kidding me? Are you serious right now? What the fuck was that? Dude,
it'd be like coming home after like a morning practice in like elementary school, like it'd be like a silent ride home with my dad. I'd be like in the back seat, and it's a silent ride home, so like I think I'm getting out of this.
Yeah.
I think I'm good. As soon as we pull in the driveway, puts it in park, turns the car lights on, turns around, I'm in the back seat and starts going. I was like,
fuck, you guys.
We were so close. We were in the driveway.
You try to hop out of the car. He like locks in. Like, no way, buddy. What are you guys gonna do with your kid in that, like, type of thing? Like,
well, so my dad, for a couple of my 5 a.m. practices, my dad was my coach.
Oh.
So I did get away with a silent car ride, but that was after watching his disappointed face on the ice, telling me that I let my teammates down in front of my teammates. So, like, I'm not going to do – well, I say I'm not going to, but I want to do that to my kid.
Yeah.
Because that's how you learn.
I mean, I'm going to do it in, like, a –
constructive way.
In the calmest way I can.
Yes.
Like, I don't see myself ever, like, yelling at – constructive criticism. I don't know. I'm going to try to do it in like a civil way.
I'm going to let my words yell for me, not my tongue. Like type of thing like that.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah. That was perfect.
Yeah.
Why are we heating up right now? Like a half hour into this?
I'm
half hour, dude. It's like 20 minutes minimum. Probably 45 or 50 at this point.
Yeah.
Sorry, dude. I don't know my numbers. God.
I know a couple numbers for you.
Yeah. What do you got?
Oh, 3 and 1.
How did I walk right into that?
Well, do we have any more topics we want to talk about before we do our hottest shame teams?
I don't.
We never have anything.
Sometimes I do, but
There's never any.
Usually
I was
I
gonna say
do.
you usually do.
no. I think the only other thing I was going to talk about briefly was the gong show that was the Jets and Maple Leafs game the other night, where Pioink got suspended? Question mark.
He did.
Spezza got 6.
I think Peel got 3 games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Simmons was fined. Absolute gong show.
Yeah.
Spezza's hit minimum 6. I think he could have had like 8. I would have been fine with it. Pioink's thought it would be a little bit more because it's very blatant and obvious.
I think it was his first offense. I don't think.
But yeah, I was going to say I think it
got
was his first like actual offense because he's fairly new to the league. So, gong show, old school hockey is back in 2021.
Yeah, this has been the craziest, most chaotic season.
And I love it.
They said on Chicklets, which I thought was really fast, not to like take a soundbite from them, but like how something just happens here where after Thanksgiving, like the NHL just gets fucking banana lands.
Yeah. So teams.
You want to just?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, can I go first?
Yeah.
I think you have the same team as me.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think I do.
Central?
No.
Wait. Yeah. What?
Just go.
Yeah. Sorry.
So, to get myself out of this slump, I'm not going to go with a top team in the league. I'm going to go with a team that I think needs to remain consistent. They've had some wins recently, but they need to keep it up, right? They're in the first wild card spot in the Western Conference right now. With, ready for this, 29 points, 14, 11, and 1. Goal differential is even, which is tough, but I'm going with the San Jose Sharks.
Wow.
Okay.
This kid thinks the San Jose Sharks are going to get him on a rut.
I do. I do.
Last team you want to pick to get your
Eric Carlson.
Yeah, Eric Carlson's got your back, dude.
Yeah, Eric Carlson just confirmed blew his other ankle in half.
We just fucking look at him.
Dude. Sorry.
Hey, I hope they win for you.
Yeah, I want this for you, man. No.
San Jose, book it!
Okay. All right, Pepe, take us away.
Yeah, so you go to the bathroom?
No.
He's
they're actually leaving.
I'm back. I'm angry, but I'm back. Let me finish. They have 3 games. They play Minnesota tonight when you guys are listening. It's tonight. It's Minnesota. They're all at home, by the way, so shut the fuck up. Minnesota, then they play Dallas, and then they play Seattle. So,
All right, so you're going to get...
I'm going to get fucking 3 wins out of that and a W on the board.
Dallas is 9-1 in their last 10. They're the hottest team in the league. Right
I'm pretty sure Wild is first in their division, too.
So I was deciding between 2 teams. Did you say yours is in the Central?
Yeah.
I'll do the one that's not in the Central.
No, come on.
Well, no. It's just because the team in the Central that I was going to pick is playing the Sharks this week. So
then it's not my team then.
I want to go with the other team, though. Nah, fuck it. I'm going with my Stars. They play LA, St. Louis, San Jose, Vegas, and they're going 4-0. Book it.
100% San Jose dub.
Oh, dude, you're so now.
That's going to be a fun game between you guys.
9-1 in their last 10. They're going to keep it up.
All righty.
We watched that game together. It's a Saturday.
They just beat the shit out of each other. Alrighty. Well, I have a team that has 3 games this week versus Seattle, Vancouver, and Buffalo, and my team is the Winnipeg Jets.
Nice.
They are currently 6th in the Central, outside of a playoff spot. They are 12, 9, and 4. Honestly, I think the team's just really looking good right now. Mark Scheifele's heating up right now with a goaltender like Connor Hellesbuck. There's not too much room for despair. So I'm thinking my boys go a clean 3-0. I don't think I'm going to take any losses this week, and I'm going to improve to 4-0-1, and I'll smell your boys at the finish line. Bucket. All right. Are we done?
Wait,
What?
real quick.
Yeah.
A few episodes ago, a few weeks ago, maybe a little longer. I called out Rupe Hintz for not scoring at all this year when I called him scoring 40-plus goals. He now has 11 goals in 22 games because he finally started fucking scoring. And that's on pace for 41
Fucking
if he plays all
Reds,
82.
baby.
So let's go, Rupe Hintz. Keep it up. Dallas Stars.
See
Dallas Stars.
See, I set the tone. I yelled once. Now everybody's yelling.
Dallas Stars.
The what?
The Salas Dolls.
Rupe Hintz.
Hoope Rinse.
Rupe Mouth Rinse.
All right, everybody.
Rupe Houghton.
All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to episode 46, David Krejci episode of Buddy Pass Podcast.
Right.
This week's episode is brought to you by Finals Week. And aside from that, I hope everybody has a great December. I don't really give a fuck about you guys. Cool. I'll see you guys next week. Roll Sharks.
Toodles.